So hey there, welcome to part 2 of my Dyson review, and in this video I will share with you how I actually use the Dyson Airwrap complete kit, and it's a follow-on from part 1. So if you've not seen part 1, please could you go and watch part 1 because I've linked it down below for you. So I hope you enjoy and thank you so much for watching. So what I normally tend to do is when I'm actually drying my hair is I actually like to section my hair. I literally pick up the hair like this. I have already put some product in, but I'm just going to spray a little bit of Aveda volumizing tonic. Hair is already fairly dry. I don't really need to use the hairdryer, but then I attach, and the attachment that I'm going to use is the smoothener, and then you press. Smoothen the top part of my hair, but if you have a look, see, it really does smoothen out the hair, but I tend to leave the ends a little bit wet because then I can add my curls in. So let me just finish doing that for you. And then the same on the other side. So still using the same attachment, I'm going to go onto the other side. Have a look at the hair. I mean, it looks fairly smooth already considering no straightener and the type of texture I have in my hair. With me, I like to kind of curl my hair outwards. So normally they recommend that you use the direction of the arrow going the opposite way. So like in the reflection, so this will be for this side. But I like to use the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and curl this side instead of that side. And can you see? So now I'm going to take off the attachment and we're going to do the other side of my hair. So you tend to use the large barrel, but it depends if you want more of a wave or if you prefer big curls. If you want more of a tighter curl, I would recommend using the smaller barrel, the 30mm. But I like more of just a bouncy kind of effect. So let's switch over now. The other barrel side. So you can see the arrow is actually pointing that way. So if you were curling your hair inwards, you would actually make sure that the arrow is actually pointing that way because that would be the side. But because I want to curl my hair outwards, I'm going to use the opposite barrel going the opposite way. And then I put like a little bit of cold air at the end. But can you see how much, I mean, and that's the larger barrel. So can you imagine on shorter hair, how much that would be, how curly my hair would be. Right, so let me take the next section. So the best thing about it is it does actually grab your hair, so you don't really have to do a lot of work. And there you go. So next, what I will do, we're going to do the next section. So what I normally tend to do is I take down obviously the bun that I have, push the hair that is done and dried, and then once again tie up the rest. Let's start with grabbing the top section So it's kind of giving it a little bit of lift. And then we take off the attachment and then I add this back on. Probably about this much again, like so. Sometimes when you are doing this, you may have to re-wet your hair. Not wet, but like re-dampen the hair, just in case, because obviously with heat and the humidity, your hair probably does get a little bit drier than it should be. So this has to have a little bit of dampness to your hair to get the curl in the hair. So let's finish this side. And once again. And there you go, you've got this gorgeous volume beginning. So now we're going to do the other side. Sorry, smoothing the top part of my hair. And then I'm going to grab a piece of my hair. Beautiful little wave. Once again, the second one. Volume and the wave is still in both sides of my hair. Wave. Once again, the second one. I mean, they're just so pretty. And if you look, the volume and the wave is still in both sides of my hair. It is a little bit bitty there, but it smoothens out. And then once, make sure the end is damp so it curls correctly. Okay, so you will know whether it's in the right direction or the wrong direction because it won't wrap around. So as you can tell, that was the wrong way because it's not wrapping. So when you use this, you will know that it's whether it's the right way or not because it won't wrap around. So you have to make sure you're using it in the right direction. I mean, it's just so good, but make sure, guys, one recommendation is to make sure your ends are damp because you'll just get a better shape. Can you see? Okay, now let's do the top part. I'm just going to re-wet my hair. So I've got a spray bottle, but this is actually heat protectant. Let me protect it from Aveda. Right, so for my front section, I always tend to use the round brush. It's like the blow drying brush. So I obviously, once again, you attach. So it's so much more difficult to do this on camera. So now let's take this part, and once again I'm going to grab the other section. So I have sectioned this part out now, and I've put a clip there just to get out my face. And now the final part. So I've got like my fringe bit here, so I tend to grab this. First I like to blow dry the top part here, and then I blow dry it backwards so it's outwards off my face. But can you see, I mean, I've not even fixed it yet, but it just gives you so much volume. How much volume it gives your fringe. And obviously you can curl it, you can continue to curl it more. I think it's such an amazing product, like wow. And it's like you've been to the salon. So can you just see how much volume this beautiful little baby gives your hair? And I just think for someone who is on a hair journey to grow her own hair and not have to wear extensions, and for someone who is just excited, like I think if you are somebody who has the money to spend on the Dyson, I would highly recommend it. If someone's thinking about it for Christmas, it's an excellent Christmas present. I think it's something that will help the condition of anyone's hair, because obviously, as I've mentioned before, the technology that's within the Dyson itself. So yeah, that was my mini little review, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions about the Dyson or anything else, please do not hesitate to ask. I would be more than happy to answer any of your questions, because I love talking to my YouTube friends. And if you have remained subscribed with me, thank you so much. If you are a new subscriber, welcome, thank you so much. And if you haven't yet subscribed but you've made it to the end, could you please perhaps consider subscribing, because that would mean the world to me. Thank you, bye.